Welcome in, everyone. Today I'm going to speak into, is coffee just as bad as drugs, sex, alcohol, all of these substance and things that we rely and depend on? For those that may know me, for those that may not, my name's Devin Cody, and I'm excited to start speaking in front of all of you again. You're getting to see or witness the rawness of what the Lord is asking me to do. I don't know if any of you resonate. For anyone listening that maybe has a voice to be heard, but is too frightened about the image and what you need to portray or what you're supposed to portray and the looks. I'm literally coming off of a cold right now in my stained sweatshirt and as raw as it gets. So I'm just sharing this for the person watching this that maybe has a voice that needs to be heard. It's time to put image aside and begin again. All right. So today's topic, it's so funny where to even begin, because it's something that can create not necessarily controversy, but it's going to require us to think outside of our everyday, our day-to-day lives, what we consider normal, what we're used to, and things like that. So the first thing that's coming to me right now is the topics of maybe approval, allowed, illegal, and things like that. So the first thing that we should check off that's coming to mind is, say, drugs. They have an illegal name attached to what it is, so it's typically frowned upon. Then take the next step to say maybe alcohol. Alcohol is permitted, yet we see all these fatal accidents, countless DUIs, ruined relationships with not only ourselves, but others and ourselves, but yet it's permitted, and yet it's allowed. So shouldn't that substance in general create a red flag? So I want to fast forward to today, and I get to have a little comedic moment with you. Like I said, we're going raw today. I spend a lot of time with the Lord while I'm in the bathroom. I'll keep it PG. Spend a lot of time with the Lord while I'm in the bathroom. And while I'm taking care of business today, I literally am sitting on the toilet with a half-drinking large iced coffee, and I'm receiving stimulations that I've received. And so whether this is news for someone, I'm not trying to startle people or ask for judgment. It's just a moment of transparency. But I've had encounters with drugs, ones that are called ecstasy or Molly or MDMA. It's all the same. But I've received the same, if not greater, stimulation from coffee that I do with these drugs. So while I'm in the bathroom on cloud 9, feeling amazing, stimulated from this coffee, I'm grateful because the Lord met with me. And he asked me, essentially, am I just transferring one thing to the next? And then also he's opening perspective to the illegal or the approved or the permitted titles and tags that certain substances get. I mean, we could bring in everything. Everything can have a good and a bad, right? It's how you're using it. And this thing that we're speaking into now about coffee, it's just something to think about, because this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a hard point right here. But are we any better the coffee drinker that depends on this on a day-to-day basis, are we any better or worse than the addict that's on the street that has a needle in their arm? And I know that it can be harsh or really straightforward, but the reality is the people that are struggling with these things depend on them on a day-to-day. And is their addiction worse because it has the illegal tag on it? So the question is to start asking ourselves, like, is coffee just as bad as these other substances? If we're relying on them on a day-to-day basis in order to get by, shouldn't we be asking ourselves, is this something that's really good for me? For me, it's really hard. I'm sure all of you can agree, I like coffee because it stimulates me, gets me going. I can see that. I can honestly admit that. Some of us have become so accustomed to it that we say, I need this in order to start my day. Now that's fine and dandy, but again, you've got to start asking yourself the hard questions. You're relying on something to get you going, just like these other things with alcohol or drugs or whatever the case may be. So it's not to put shame or judgment right now, but it's just to start asking yourself the questions of, oh my goodness, especially if you're someone that has a relationship with the Lord, what's coming so hard. My profound moment was, what was so hard is I was depending on this, that I needed this coffee like to strengthen me in order to get by. And that's what hit me the hardest personally, because the truth is the Lord is my strength. And I'm pretty much saying, Lord, I believe you can strengthen me up to a certain point, but then coffee takes the tops. Coffee has you beat, Lord. So this is literally less than 15 minutes ago. So I'm still processing it, and I wanted to come to you guys raw and live. And for me, I had kind of an aha moment that I wasn't, here's the truth, I wasn't leaning into the Lord to strengthen me. I was still leaning into substances that were permitted, allowed, legal, to give me strength, when it should be the Lord that I should be asking to strengthen me. So this turned, I'm seeing things a little brighter now. I intended this for all coffee drinkers, but it's a message to, my Christ followers as well, to start asking yourselves, if you have a dependency on coffee, it may be time to be in prayer and to check in with Him and just see if this is something that you're in right relationship with. So I hope this helps. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be speaking in front of you again. And I'm looking forward to doing it more down the road. Hope you have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend, everyone. And just start asking yourself that question, is coffee, or even broaden this into other substances as well, whatever it is that's personal in your life, is fill in the blank. Am I in right relationship with this substance? Even if it's legal or permitted or allowed, we got to start seeing past those labels of allowance, permitted, illegal, not legal, whatever the case may be. Because, I think you get it. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.